Hello, good morning, students. I am Sister Jessie. Today we will take our class on the third chapter of geography. And now you will be fresh, no, in mind to receive whatever things I am explaining to you today. And you will see one picture here. And what do you see? What's it? I hope that you can understand what did you see. That means the people are traveling one place to another with all their belongingness. And from this, what can be understood? What can we understand? People are moving from one place to another. And what's it called? Surely, it is called a migration. That means people are moving from their own country to another place or another country. It can be for a long period or for a short period. That means permanently or temporarily they are moving from our own country to another country or from our own place to another place. It can be called a migration. And there are seasonal migration of the birds. I hope that did you watch that in the sky? While we watch on the sky, we can see that in the air, some groups of birds are going from one place to another in group. They are the seasonal birds. When in one place it is very extreme hot or cold, that birds are moving or flying from one place to another place where they can stay, live, or where they can stay calmly and peacefully without any disturbance of the climatical situation. And these moving can be in either in group or in singular. And now we have seen about the birds are moving from one place to another. But there are people who are moving from one place to another, from one country to another. That means the human migration. This migration can be from one place to another, often for a long distances also. For example, from India, if one people or one man is moving to Australia, it's a long distance. I think it will take about 14 or 20 hours of journey. And this is the long distance migration. And it can be permanently, they are leaving our own country and go towards the another country to live there permanently. That is called the permanent migration. But there are some people who are leaving their own place and to another place and live there for a short period. That is called the temporarily they are going to live there. That can be, who can be there? They can be nomads or the commuters. Commuters means the people who are in search of job or for a short distance they are going and coming from there. So these people are not migrated people. They are moving for some purposes for a short distance, and after that their duty they are coming back. And nomads, they are seasonally they go for hunting, either for hunting or farming. They are going there, and after that they are coming back. I told you about the tourists in the European countries or Americans. They are going from their place to the mountain area to live there, to have a nice climate and to stay there, to have a nice air. So these people are the tourists. They are going there in order to spend their life only for 2 or 3 weeks or 1 month or 2 months, not more than that. That are these types of migration are temporarily migration, not permanent migration. And these people who are the seasonal movement of hired farm laborers, and the people who are for pastoral movement. Pastoral means this farm. They will have the farm, and in order to produce that milk, ghee and all these things for the pastoral movement, they will go with their animals to warmer pastures in winter season. These are the transhumans. That means they are transferring their place. They are human only, transferring. So it is called transhumans from one place to another. Then this migration can be voluntary migration. That means people themselves choose to migrate. They voluntarily desire to migrate from one place to another. It can be for better opportunities of job, can be for living standard, and some migrations can be forced by conditions of war, famine, epidemics. Now we are experiencing, experimenting this type of epidemics, this coronavirus. Then famine can be a cause, war can be a cause. These people are called not as the migrants or migrants, but they are called what? They are called the refugees, because they need the refuge to some place where they can live. Then there are another type of people who are forcibly expelled from their own country and taken away as prisoners to another country. They are the prisoners or slaves, and these are not a migration. Migrating for a particular reason can be refugees or prisoners or slaves. And now we can see about the types of migration. Before that, I will show you one picture, and you have to understand the people who are moving from one place to another with their own belongingness. You see, the people with their bags and all these things. Then here you will see the people who are moving by ships and through sea. Here landways, here seaways. They are moving from one place to another. And at the top you will see the people who are by the desert. They are moving from one place to another. Of different opportunities they are moving. They can their own reasons for moving from one place to another. Now we will see about the types of migration. What are the types of migration? It can be, we have already seen in the last chapter, the population. We have seen some type of the migration also. Emigration, immigration, these terms we have seen. But this migration can be outward. Outward means the people who are going out from our country to outside country. That can be from India to Australia, or from India to Europe, or any other continents. And it can be inward, vice versa. That means from outside to our country, that is inward. This outward migration is called emigration. That means people who are moving from our country to another country, outside country, that is called emigration. And the process is called emigration. Moving from our country to another country is called emigration, and the people who are moving can be called emigrants. Emigrating people called emigration. Then the inward migration can be the people who are moving from outside country to our country. That means immigration. The process of coming from outside country to our country to live here, this process can be called immigration, and these people can be called immigrants. Who are immigrating to our country can be called immigrants. Then there are these countries can be called donor and receivers. Donor, why it is called donor? The regions from which people emigrate. That means we are donoring the people to another country. So when the people are going from our country to another country, we are the donors of these people. We are donating our people to another country. Like Mexico, India, Russia, China, Ukraine, Bangladesh and Pakistan. These are the some of the donor countries to the good developed countries who are going for job opportunities and like that. Then there are the receiver regions. Those countries which are receiving our people, that country is known as the receiving regions. That can be USA, Russia, Germany, Saudi Arabia. We know that our people are going there for work, for job opportunities and for any other better standard of living. So migration takes place at different level. Now we have seen types of migration, then level of migration. Which are the level of migration? It can be internal and international. Internal migration what? Internal migration means the people who are moving inside the country, inside our own country. India is our country, no? If the people who are moving from Kerala to Delhi for job opportunities or for something else, they are the migration from one place to another, but this process is coming on our own country. So it is called internal migration. Inside the country itself, if the people are moving from one place to another, from Maharashtra to Calcutta, that is also an internal migration. The international migration, what's it? It is an external migration or international migration. the migration between the countries. It can be the migration from Asia to Europe, from India to Manila. Manila is in Philippines. From India to Manila, India to Europe, India to Rome. These all are international migration and external. It can be also called the external migration. And this you can understand through two types of video also I will send along with this. That can be why do people migrate from one place to another. One video is explaining this one. And the forced migration can be there. We have told about it. How is it? So, two small videos you can see along with this explanation of the class. Up to here we can take today, and we will take the another portion of this chapter in the next class. That can be the causes, different causes for the migration of the people. So, thank you everybody for listening.